So welcome to tonight's show. You're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is NRL from the Sidelines, and we are back for year 2020, gentlemen. Are you excited?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
certainly.
Pumped.
Tom, you've got to be more excited than that.
Yay!
Throw your arms in the air, like
Pumped.
No, I'm not Brian. I'm sorry. I'm conservative.
No. Okay.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, we can only
two
handle
of us.
one.
Yeah, that's right.
So we have had a very, very interesting off-season, and yes, and a couple of issues that are still going on the off-season, but we won't talk about, we don't want to get into any legal issues with anybody, so we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, we're allowed to have an opinion.
Well, you can, but I worry about your opinion sometimes. And you know.
And he's a controlling kind of person,
Yes.
you know.
That's right. I got to control you, Brian.
All right.
So let's have a talk about some of the things that have been happening through the off-season, and one of them is player movements.
Yep.
Signing of the year, Danny Levi to Manly.
The biggest signing of the year. Will he be the biggest signing?
One can only hope.
Well, you needed a hooker, and you know he's better than nothing.
Really? Okay. Yes.
Oh, come on.
Look, he's played rep football.
Yeah.
He's been pretty good in rep football.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe he'll get his chance.
Anyway, that was the big signing of the year. We can move on.
No, you've signed someone else, haven't you?
No.
You sure?
That's it.
Okay.
One.
And they're saying
sorry. One new player. Everyone else is just just juniors,
rehashes. Okay.
juniors and young blokes. Yeah.
Latrell Mitchell going to the Bunnies from the Roosters.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel about that?
Well, that's a big
I mean,
signing.
yeah,
Well, that's probably been the talking point of the whole
yeah,
season.
not the biggest signing, but it's been the biggest talking point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as he's gone from the Roosters to the Bunnies, I should let you two have your say first before I had my say.
Well, I'm disappointed to lose him. You know,
I'm excited to get him,
yeah, as you should be.
as I should be.
He's a parrot.
I'm just waiting for Brian to have his say because I think I know what he's going to say.
Well, that is going to be a miserable failure at fullback. Absolutely.
Gee, I wasn't a miserable failure at fullback, and he's the same bulk.
Oh, you say
He's
that.
the same
You
size.
say that.
He runs the same. I mean,
No, Gio was
how
brilliant
many
in
years
the
is-
centres, pretty good in 5'8". Fullback, in and out of games. Everybody's disappointed all the time. Hey, look,
Jeez,
if
you're
you
a
want
hard
disappointment, bring it on. I'm glad you're
You went
happy for the
disappointed.
disappointment. He's a South supporter who's used to disappointment.
Unbelievable.
I'm glad I didn't say it.
No, I think he's going to be great. Josh Morris.
Yep. Well, it's now become official that he'll be playing with us on round 3.
Well, I don't know. The Sharks have denied that again.
No.
Have they really? Yeah. I mean, it's becoming bizarre how.
Well, Josh Morris was interviewed today, and he made it clear that he's playing 2 games for the Sharks.
Because Josh is watching live, obviously.
No, it should be Josh.
Oh, Josh is
the video.
No, Josh is watching live. Hi, Josh.
Welcome,
How you going?
Josh. Welcome home, Josh.
Yep.
Home.
Yeah,
I
they said
think-
that
I
about
think-
Latrell.
But
Welcome home,
hang on,
Latrell.
this is a little bit unfair. So Souths are going to play Josh Morris in the Sharks in round 1, and then they're going to play Josh Morris with the Roosters.
Boy,
in
I
round
hope he has
3.
a couple of blunders.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that he's gone to the Roosters.
Well, you prefer him to go to the
I
Seagulls.
love it. I love it.
Well, I don't. No, I'm not comfortable with that. To be perfectly honest.
Okay,
Oh,
why?
that's okay.
Tell Uncle Stephen why.
Tell us so we can say we don't
Well,
care.
Uncle Stephen,
Yes.
I'm not very happy because the season started, and just because the Roosters have this enormous sombrero they can buy anyone they want, they cop an injury and then they buy another international. It's not fair. Uncle
Well, they
Stephen.
were trying. To be fair, they were trying to buy him
Excuse
about
me?
2 months ago.
We're not talking to you. I'm talking to Steve.
This is a private conversation between uncle and nephew.
Can I have the cone of silence then?
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't. And now they're saying that the Roosters are paying a transfer fee. And, we don't have transfer fees. What kind of garbage is that?
It's not a big. It's $40,000.
Yeah, but it doesn't sit.
No.
It does. Surely that doesn't sit comfortable with you. What happens now if there's a player change in the year? Oh, we have a transfer fee now. Does that count towards their salary cap? Is it just we want that player, so we'll
Well,
give
that
the club
$40,000 we're paying the Sharks will come out of the salary cap.
your salary cap?
Yeah, of course it will.
Yeah, I don't know.
It should.
It should.
Of course it will.
Yeah.
Well, the
Was it-
Rabbitohs can get compensation for two of their top players.
Don't start me on that.
We will pay.
But,
we do the right thing.
I'm like I said, I'm not comfortable with it. I just think that it opens it up to a rort, and of course it's the Roosters that are rorting. But anyway,
Have you finished?
yeah.
I don't care.
Speaking of salary caps, and you're going to love this segue, guess what we now have?
No a salary cap?
Well, no, not quite a salary cap.
Us.
No, they don't have a salary cap either.
We now have...
Us. I knew where it was going.
Hang
I
on,
was
hang on,
on
I've got to hold this up. We now have an NRL from the sidelines, I hope everyone can read that, cap.
Mm-hmm.
So we're... What? Oh, yeah, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. So
You're not pointing to the jersey.
No.
Toilet paper.
Jersey.
All toilet paper.
So we now have... We're not going to do the mugs this year.
Mm-hmm.
So gone are our ugly mugs. We're going to do some caps. And we're going to have some caps to give away throughout the year to try and generate some excitement.
How exciting. That's exciting.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I was
excited.
wearing mine. I've been wearing mine.
Have you?
Yes, absolutely.
And you've been mobbed in the streets.
Throngs of people. Throngs.
You've been down Bondi, have you? Throngs of people.
Following me. Where did you get that hat from?
And they all want one. And you're all
'cause
going
it
to want
covers your
one as
face.
well. Hang on, I'm trying to do an ad here.
Oh,
And
sorry.
you're all going to want one as well. So you've got to watch the show and you've got to keep up with us. And throughout the year, we're going to give away some free caps. And I guarantee all of you want one. So, speaking of...
One size fits all, by the way.
Yes.
Got to throw that out there.
That's
Some
right.
of us have big heads and
So
others.
if you've got the really big head, and if you need the sombrero, then we can just add two together or something. So let's just put that there. So it positions it
Only
beautifully.
for Tom.
Tom, would you like to explain the money, the enormous amount of money we spent on this new set?
Where do I start?
I don't know.
You start with this line.
Well, we've got
No expense spared.
Well, we've gone away from the lounge and we've gone to this fantastic table, which brings us closer together and allows us to
table.
interact more together. I was going to say intimately, but that's not really the word I'm after. We've also reorganised our jerseys and our backlit with a new sign that is smaller and more to the point, which is good.
And we're going to try and get some more jerseys up throughout the year, aren't we?
Yes, if
For
we can
all
find
those people who
space
don't
for it.
support for those four clubs.
Would you say you want me to bring in some more Manly jerseys?
No.
Oh.
One is enough.
You realise the term Manly jersey is an oxymoron, right?
Yeah.
Because with those colours, it can't be a Manly jersey. Okay.
Oh, I got the wrong mug actually. Sorry about that.
What's that?
Sorry. Yeah. I meant to get the Roosters mug, but ended up with the Premiers mug. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's a hard life.
Who were the premiers last year?
Tom-
Yeah, exactly. For the last 2 years. Who was that?
Who?
Who were the World Club champions
Who
the last 2
cares?
years?
You know what? Guess what? As of tomorrow night, we're all on the same points.
Correct. But we'll always be the incumbent Premiers all year.
Yeah, I've got to say, they probably will be. It'll be really sad. Anyway.
All right.
And I tell you what, they're talking about three-peats, and I don't
Oh,
know.
look,
Don't be ridiculous.
It's ridiculous to be talking about that at this stage of the year.
It is.
It is.
So let's talk about...
Parramatta are the early season favourites.
Yeah, I don't get
They
that.
always are, like the Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about something else. Which coach is under the most pressure? Here, I'm going to give you some names. Stephen Carney, John Morris, Dean Pay, Anthony Seibold, Paul McGregor. Paul McGregor?
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
How many,
That's
games,
it.
how many games do you reckon he's got?
8.
No,
8 games.
he's got 2 years because they can't sack him.
Well, they can say.
Well, I can't say.
Well, they're not going to pay him out. They're just going to slowly move him aside and let the other first grade coach that they've signed take
They
control.
don't have another first grade
Well,
coach.
They have a defensive coach.
He'll be the de facto coach.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't doubt they're grooming him for first grade.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Stephen Kearney, I think, is in the same position. I think because his team is underachieved 3 out of the last 4 years.
Yeah.
They made the finals once, I think, and then they were knocked out in the first game. He's got to be under enormous pressure.
Okay.
John Morris as well.
Yeah, look, I personally think that they'll stick with John Morris because a lot of the problems they've had are not his making. And I think I don't think they've given him a fair go to coach. with a decent team. He's not. I don't know if he's going to have a decent team this year.
No.
So they may, if he can actually get them to just outside of the 8 this season, I reckon that will be a pretty decent achievement. They might say, well, that's good enough. We'll hang on to you.
Do you reckon Holbrook's under any pressure?
Justin Holbrook?
Yeah.
Not
I know the Titans came stone motherless last year, but
Look, I don't think. I mean, would anyone seriously think they're going to make the top 8 this year?
No, but not the top 8. But if they don't improve,
if they come last,
and let's face it, they don't have they haven't greatly increased their playing roster.
No.
Yeah.
No. And they lost Ryan James early.
I actually think he might be under a bit of pressure. Like he's come there with a lot of raps.
I think they'll give him the year.
But he's untested in the NRL, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is that,
I think Anthony Seibold's under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He is going to, if he struggles this year,
but particularly with today's news, I think that's really not.
Yeah, now losing Jack Bird.
Yeah. That is heartbreaking.
So I think, I honestly think the Broncos are going to struggle anyway. And I think he'll see out the year. But he got smashed in the semi-final last year against Parramatta, 58-0.
Yep.
Isn't it funny? I remember that one, but I can't remember the South Manly one. I'm getting
even
old.
though you won.
I'm getting old.
Yeah.
And so I think he'll struggle.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone go onto Facebook, NRL from the sidelines, and just make a comment as to who you think will be the struggling coach for this year. Des Hasler, maybe?
No,
Robinson?
This about to offer Des $3 million.
Yeah, I know.
For three seasons. Wow, geez, good money if you can get it.
Well, he's successful.
Well, did you hear in terms of money? Trent Robinson got his house got burgled, and his $150,000 Mercedes-Benz station wagon got stolen. Which it doesn't matter who it is. That's a terrible crime.
Surgeons are right. Mercedes shouldn't make a station wagon. Deserves to get stolen.
But yeah, he'd be being paid.
Are you just jealous?
Yes.
Oh, if they said his Mercedes, AMG, maybe, but his Mercedes.
Well, I wouldn't have understood that.
Oh, please.
Okay, let's talk about the players to watch this year.
Put that at prominently at the front there.
Well, all you can see on the camera is C.
Because that's all that's there, because the Eagles are on the other side.
So you want to see the C or you want to see Eagles?
I want to see that.
Why are you playing with
really, this is really bad television.
I don't know. Have you seen Seinfeld? The show about nothing. So come on, this isn't too bad.
All right. So now you're going to say
players to watch. I'll throw a few names at you. Mitchell Moses.
Watch him lose the plot, have a dummy spit, get sin binned again.
Yeah, you can't say anything good about him. You really can't.
No,
there's not much good to
Mitchell
say.
Moses or Parramatta.
Yeah,
Mitchell Moses is Parramatta
correct
this year. If he fails, they will fail. That's a big statement, but I think that they're hinging a lot on his performance this year.
I was going to say you are saying that. Look, as much as I dislike Parramatta, you got Gutherson, Ferguson, Miko Sivo, Dylan Brown. Like their backline's pretty dynamic, and then throw in Matheson and the young
Matheson and Regan Caballero, Mahoney. Yep.
I was going to say it's not all on his shoulders, so they should all fail.
I think the difference between a premiership and having a good season is Mitchell Moses. I think that's what I think.
Yeah. So when he gets sin bin 3 times this year, they'll lose those games, and that'll be the end of him.
Haters gonna hate, aren't they?
Always.
Can't steal my line.
Latrell Mitchell again. You just don't. You don't think he's going to.
I don't.
You think he's going to flop.
I do. I don't think he's going to be
Andrew
successful.
Johns thinks he's going to flop. Matthew Johns thinks he's going to go well.
Oh well.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, you're allowed to be wrong.
I think he's got enough talent that if he's willing to commit himself to play 80 minutes and get fit enough, he'll be sensational. But I have concerns about whether he has that kind of commitment, honestly, to play that.
I hope he gets sin bin the next time he picks a player up off the ground and throws them back down again.
Oh, players do.
Yeah, that really.
No, that really.
It's annoyed me while it was the Roosters.
Yeah,
honestly.
let me tell you.
No one does it like that.
You criticised it when he did.
Oh, absolutely. Now it'll be the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
No, I can't say. I don't like it. But he's not the only player.
Yeah, he is. Okay.
He
Tell me this is the challenge. Viewers out there, I'm putting a challenge to Steve. Just to Steve.
Just to me.
The next time you see a player do that, bring it up on this forum.
I will.
Because you won't.
I'll guarantee you.
It'll only be Latrell.
It'll be at least once this weekend.
Oh, please.
Right. We're going to have Latrell watch next week.
Latrell watch, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
See, I told you we've got to come up with innovative things
All
in
right,
this show.
yep.
Cameron Murray out on the edge.
Don't
as
like
opposed to being lock.
Don't like it. Don't like it at all.
Liam Knight's now lock. You don't
like
like
it. I don't like it.
What do I do? What do I do with State of Origin though? If he's playing on the edge and he wants to get picked for State of Origin, what's going to happen there?
Well, he'll play State of Origin on the edge.
Or
they'll put him into lock.
Or they'll put him on the bench.
Well, they'll put him on the bench. He'll play State of Origin. They'll find a place for him. They're not going to leave him out.
Yeah, look, I doubt... I think it's a bad move for Souths because Cameron Murray has those quick play the balls. He gets the team rolling. Everything runs off. A lot of the play runs off him and Damien Cook.
Yep.
And you're limiting him. You're putting him on one side of the field. I'm concerned that it's going to limit your attack and dull it a little bit.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised to see him pop up elsewhere as well.
Oh, jeez.
I reckon they'll...
That's dangerous, though.
No, because you just swap the other second row over the other side.
Oh,
so they'll be rotating.
Yeah, you know, Steve, in the old days...
In the old days.
The good old days.
Yeah.
You know, they used to be able to do that. You know, basically your second rowers and your lock would all interchange.
Yeah.
They'd play anywhere on the field.
Yep.
Now they're kind of specialist. They play one in from the centre. They're usually marking up against a halfback or a 5'8".
Well, maybe Wayne's going back to the good old days.
Oh, I don't think so.
Maybe he's trying to bring in something new and get away from this structure.
Or it could be Alzheimer's.
Yeah, that's another thing. Angus Crichton is at centre.
Well, I think that's a moot point now.
Well,
he's only going to be there in a couple of weeks. Honestly,
yeah.
I don't think it's a good move, to be honest with you. But
massively exploited for the first 2 games, and then Josh Morris will come in and look like a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'll beat. And he'll
beat Souths twice, is what you want to say.
and the other one, 2 more I want to talk about. One was Jack Bird, but there's no point in talking about him now.
Well, for those who don't know, Jack Bird has just come off an ACL recovery, and he's done the same leg. Apparently, a different part of his knee, but it's done his ACL. And it must be absolutely heartbreaking. It says on the NRL website, "My whole world has come crumbling down." Just awful.
I mean, there are those players where it seems to happen repeatedly.
You know, he left the Sharks. He went to the Broncos on big money with a lot of promise, and he's had 3 years where he's barely played.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
enormous
tragic.
potential. He was playing State of Origin when he went to the Broncos.
Yeah.
And he looked like a world beater. I don't know whether fullback was his best position, but...
Well, he was about to give a shot,
Moot point.
Tragic.
Valentine Holmes
will be a smashing success from day one, unlike Latrell Mitchell.
Yeah, look,
I understand Mitchell was a success in the trial, the Charity Shield, right?
Yeah.
He dropped the ball, but it wasn't a big deal.
It was against the Dragons. They got nothing. The Dragons are going to finish in the bottom 3.
Barry, I'm sorry he has to talk like that to you.
Look,
That's
Barry,
Stephen never talks like that to you, ever.
No, I respect you.
Barry, I'm sorry. That Dragons, the club's in disarray. They've changed nothing from last year. You can't expect different results.
How do we get from the Valentine Holmes to the Dragons?
Well, because he talked about Souths.
Interesting segue.
Val Holmes will go all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll come back bigger, stronger, faster, fitter, and, bigger is always... Ooh, I got a Mozzie.
Again, great television.
Well, I'm sure people could see it floating around.
Well done, Mr. Miyagi.
All right, and Isaac Luke at St George.
Yeah.
Well, lucky they signed him.
Very
because
lucky.
McGuinness is gone.
Yeah.
Look, in the Charity Shield, he made a couple of dummy runs that I thought were just vintage.
Yeah.
He's still got it. I mean, he doesn't. He probably slowed down, but over 20, 30 metres, he's still dynamic.
I don't think Isaac Luke would let you down.
No.
He didn't let South down, and honestly, I don't think he got the right opportunities at the Warriors, and I don't think he let St George down either.
No, I agree.
Gentlemen.
Yes.
I'm going to hand over to Tom.
Oh yes, okay. There's meant to be a graphic for this,
I'm going to hand over to Tom.
It'll come in future. And now it's time for a Sidelines special, which is an opportunity for us to give a rant, give somebody we think is underperforming or something a whack. And this is Brian's opportunity, so take it away, Brian.
All right, I've got to get fired up here.
And don't spit too much, okay?
Yeah.
Did I spit?
Can
Did
I
spit?
Can I count you down? You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Todd Greenberg! Look, I'm amazed. I'm amazed that the NRL can be starting the comp this week. And all that we're talking about over the last 3 or 4 days is, will Todd Greenberg survive? Will Todd Greenberg, live to fight another day? What an absolute joke that is. Regardless of what I personally don't think he's done anything for the game. One big TV deal and nothing else. The players are better paid. Yeah, do they need to be better paid? He's done nothing, and regardless of whether you think he's the greatest administrator of all time or not, he gives political pat answers to everything.
Yep.
And we're still talking about him rather than the football. Nothing could be more disappointing for a rugby league fan than having that kind of garbage all over the place, rather than the great rivalries that are going to be happening this weekend.
Yep.
It's absolutely frustrating. If it was a club, CEO, or a coach, the NRL would be saying, pull your head in, we've got a comp starting. But no, it's the NRL themselves that are letting us down.
Yeah.
Can I have a say?
I don't know if he's finished.
I haven't finished.
No, go.
I don't agree with you.
Oh, what a surprise!
Newsflash.
Seriously.
What don't you agree with? You don't agree that he's useless?
No, I'm not going into that.
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't agree with you that it's the NRL who's driving this agenda. I don't think they want it out in the marketplace. It is the reporters and the papers who are printing stuff. It's not the NRL.
But where do they get this information, though?
Oh, well, they get it because
it's got to be legal.
someone's leaking it
It's
through.
not made up. It's truth. It's what's happened.
I get it. And I saw in today's paper that they're talking now about Blake Solly from South being the chosen one to come in and take over.
My goodness.
Well, it was interesting that I don't know these names, but apparently Andrew Abdo, who's apparently high up in the NRL, went to America with Peter V'landys to visit some other organisations, and Todd Greenberg should have been the one going, but apparently they're just not on speaking terms, V'landys and...
No, and they were very clear on that today. But it's not the NRL driving this, so I don't think you can condemn the NRL
100%
for having messages.
No. You know what? There's in-house. I don't need to know about it. You don't need to know about it. His contract doesn't expire till October. Why are we talking about it in February? March?
I think I tend to side with you. I think what's been happening is they've gone out to press conferences. The two have sat there like there's a Game of Thrones between them.
And they get asked questions.
Just get your house in order.
But
Far out. It's not that hard.
The media has read into that, and they've actually explored that.
They have.
Okay. I don't agree with you much.
Delusional.
Okay, you finished?
Yeah,
that's our first sideline.
I'm just
special.
cranky. I'm cranky about it.
If you have a topic you'd like us to talk about in the sideline special, then please put those topics up, and we'll be happy to talk about them. And you can talk about them on the Facebook site, and we'll
we could
tell you if you're right or wrong.
Yeah.
And,
we could mention it on air. We could discuss how the Storm get preferential treatment.
We've already been through that on Facebook. And
don't do it.
Let's not go down that track. Sally, we respect your opinion. Don't always agree, but we do respect your opinion.
All right, Sally, we'll put him on notice after the show. Okay?
We could talk about the Roosters sombrero.
That's okay. Everyone talks about that.
We could talk about
That's okay.
South's continually getting leg ups by the league.
Who? Why? How? What?
All of your injured players getting paid out. Ignorance is bliss. Yeah. What? Whatever you guys want to talk about, because I'm sure I can be angry about it.
All right, gentlemen, we are young of mind.
Free. Oh, sorry.
Young of mind.
Yes.
We are not millennials, but we're hip.
Are we?
Yeah, we're hip. I need you to pull out your phone.
Pull out my hip.
Yes, well, at our age that could happen.
Why am I getting my phone
We're going to do top 8.
Top 8.
I've got it on.
Top 8.
Well, I don't use my phone. I've got it on my thing.
Oh, how old-fashioned of you.
My device.
So many of you have posted your top 8, and you've waited with bated breath for us to.
Now we'll discuss the proper 8.
Well, we're not going to agree anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, well,
Yes.
Well, unless the bunnies are in it, there isn't a proper 8.
Do you have the bunnies in yours? Oh, you do, don't you?
Unfortunately, yes.
I don't.
All right. So, which one of you gentlemen would like to go first? I'm going to give you the floor.
I will go first.
Okay.
In no particular order.
And then we'll get it right.
So you'll go first in no particular order.
I'm not in any particular order. I think there are 4 teams. The top 4 are going to be Knights, Raiders, Panthers, Eagles.
Knights, Raiders, Panthers, Eagles.
Yes.
Seriously?
That's an interesting top 4.
Yep.
You know you're not supposed to be picking the bottom of the top 4 first. Top 8.
The
first.
thing is,
I don't know what
those 4 clubs have really quite easy starts to the comp. So I'm
which means
sticking
they
with
don't
those.
have good ends to the comp. But anyway.
Yeah, they do.
So who's the next 8?
The next 5 are Storm.
Yep.
Because I don't know how you can leave them out of the 8.
You
Despite I don't want them there, but they're going to be there.
Yeah.
The Cowboys.
Yep.
The Roosters.
Yep.
Parramatta.
Where are the bunnies?
Further off, out of the 8.
How far out of the 8?
Not far. Not far. I just couldn't find a place for them.
How? I don't get how you could leave them out.
Because
They've got a pretty good team this year. They got
hang on.
best spine in the league.
We've got a pretty good team this year.
You know,
Really?
they've got the
Are
best
you
spine in the
serious?
league.
Yeah. Latrell untried.
Yep.
Go missing Walker.
Yep.
Adam half a game Reynolds. And
And admittedly the better hooker.
and the better hooker.
So you got 1 out of 4. Yep.
Sorry, it's the best spine in the league, and everyone knows that.
I'd even have your spine over his spine, and I like it. I like Manly's spine the best. So
Yeah.
Okay.
anyway,
All right.
You're delusional.
Am I next?
Yes,
yeah,
you are.
sure.
So did you have Panthers and Newcastle in the top 4?
Yeah. I actually think that that they've got a lot to prove, and like I said, I think they've got a soft start to the season, and so that'll give them that bit of momentum to stay on top.
Okay.
So kids, don't do drugs.
No. Because there's evidence as to why.
Okay, the
no,
real
go.
top 8 is going to be, and I think this is the order. Okay, Roosters, Sea Eagles, Eels, and Storm in the top 4.
Wow.
I think the Raiders overachieved last year, so I'm putting them 5th. I'm being generous. I think the Rabbitohs will finish 6th, and I'm speculating the Knights and the Cowboys will make their way into the 8 this year.
See, now I like how they both laughed at me. There's one team difference between us.
But
Oh, it's the order.
I
that
laughed
matters.
at you, not
It's
so much him.
the order that matters.
Yeah, the order. Come on, top
Newcastle
4
in the top
Newcastle.
4. Seriously?
Yes, Newcastle in the top 4. I'm telling you, you have a look at their team. It is pretty balanced.
Okay, we're gonna do another segment called Newcastle Watch. Okay, and just see how that one goes this year.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be happy if the wheels fall off. I don't like them.
Or what is Brian smoking this week?
Oh dear. All right, let's
Stephen.
now give you the real top 8. The real top 8 will be Bunnies,
Not going to like it.
Roosters, Storm, and Parramatta as top 4. Then I have the Raiders, the Sea Eagles, the Tigers, and the Cowboys.
Interesting. No,
So-
no Knights. No Richard
no,
the
no.
Knights.
So two different from me. So my top 8 is so terrible.
Well, it
Yeah,
is
but it's the
because
balance of the
it's a ridiculous balance.
You guys didn't look at the draw. I'm telling you, the draw heavily favours the Panthers and the Knights in the early in the first 10 rounds.
We got a shocker at both ends. Must be really good in the middle.
Yeah, when you've got your players in state of origin.
Yeah. So hopefully.
And I don't have South there because I think Latrell's untried, and I don't think they've got the forward grunt to win the games. To win
That
games.
is a concern. There's no doubt.
Anyway,
All right.
your spooners.
There you go.
I want to know your spooners first, though.
Spoon. I'm going to say Titans.
We should said Souths.
Warriors.
Like that was going to happen.
Warriors.
Yeah, I think Titans as well.
So while we're on that,
Yeah.
early Dally M.
I hope it's Tom.
There's been a few votes for Tom in the paper.
Hope
Steve?
it's Tom.
Early Dally M.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
Well, question without notice.
I wouldn't be surprised to have asked the Sheikh again. I'll be honest with you, to be up there.
Well, he's going to get all the votes in their team.
They're not going
But
to
if
win
they
many
suck,
games.
the other side, whoever they play, are going to get all the votes. So
I think Valentine Holmes could be.
yeah, I don't know. You can speculate that much. I think Teddy's is a chance again.
Teddy's another chance.
Speculate, but not that much.
I think Luke Keary, if we go well this year, Luke Keary's going to have a blinder.
Yeah. The problem is that you've just got too many internationals.
Sure.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, to pick a single galleon winner.
Well, I don't know. Tedesco won last year and they had almost the same team. They had Cronk with it. So.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen. It is time to start talking about the real football about to kick off in another day.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it to start. So it's going to open up with the Eels and the Dogs at Bank West Stadium. Now, Corey Harawira-Naera and Jaden Ockenborough have both been stood down.
Yep.
So they will be big losses for the Dogs.
Yeah, I didn't think they could win anyway.
No, and that's only going to make it more confirmed, I think.
Bank West was intimidating for opposing teams last year, so I've gone Eels.
In fact, I think I'm going to up my margin now.
Really?
Yeah. I think definitely.
Okay.
Because we're in a footy tipping comp. NRL from the sidelines. See our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Good at it. And
What?
we're doing Supercoach.
We are doing Supercoach. Tom's too old. He doesn't understand it, and Stephen hasn't completed his team yet.
You wouldn't take the time to explain it to me, so...
It's funny.
Pick a team.
I said to you
Yeah,
yesterday.
but picking a team at the beginning's easy. What you do after that's the problem.
Look, you know what? Sorry. I know that we're talking tips. Tom,
Yeah.
log on to the fantasy league team, and you go. My team is the Roosters. Auto pick, and it'll give you a team. Like it's not hard. Anyway,
I went on and I started picking my team last night, and I spent all my money. I still had about 8 picks left.
oh no.
And then I thought, well, I'll go back on it today and to have a quick look, and I obviously didn't save it because it's all gone. So it's okay. I would.
So does that mean if somebody picks your players, you don't get them?
No.
No, you can pick all the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So you
I
know.
understand.
I mean, everyone's going to pick Latrell Mitchell as fullback, so.
Oh, you're kidding.
You know.
Well, you're probably a bargain buy.
Can I just say that was the hardest thing in fantasy league, picking because you only get to pick 2 fullbacks. You got Tom, Roger, Teddy, Val Holmes,
Yeah.
Pappenhausen. And I'm thinking, oh geez, and you're only going to pick 2 of those. It's a hard choice.
Yeah,
that
but
one.
they're all very expensive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It is tough. So yeah, please go on and join us on these leagues, on the footy tipping or on Supercoach.
Yes.
And if you want to know, Brian you posted the details, didn't you, on Facebook?
Yeah.
And
Posted
you'll
last night.
respond to questions then, won't you?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Yeah.
help you out. Like
Yeah.
I can't help the old man, but the rest of us.
Okay, so you're going
Parramatta.
Parramatta,
Yep.
Parramatta, and Parramatta.
Yep.
Okay, Raiders and Titans at GIO Stadium.
Oh, look, I think the Raiders' edge is a bit fragile without Rapana, Leilua, and Bateman, and they're still going to smash the Titans.
Yeah, home ground advantage. The Titans are they're untested this year, so I don't know what we're going to get from them. But
Yeah. Ash Taylor's back.
Yeah. Raiders. George Williams will be interesting because, as you said, the problem with the Raiders will be they've got 2 running halves.
Absolutely.
They've lost their organisational half. So
I think they're going to be in a little bit of trouble, but with like I said, when you're playing teams like the Titans, that's the best time to be trying to figure things out.
Sure. I'm looking forward to seeing how George Williams goes because they didn't have a bad year under Aidan Caesar last year.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised they were quite happy to get rid of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this guy,
but then I think
he's very good.
Caesar did a solid job. They wanted to go to the next level, and they needed somebody to go to the next level. Whether George Williams is the answer is the question because of. I mean, he's probably a very talented player, but whether he actually is the right fit for the team is the question.
Yeah, well, I'm still not convinced that Jack Whiten at 5'8" either. So
yeah,
he
plays centre for Origin.
Yeah, and let's face it, he was a fullback. So I don't know. I think it's
but
it's
the natural these days progression is from fullback to 5'8".
True.
Okay, so gentlemen, let's go to Cowboys and the Broncos at Queensland Country Bank Stadium.
Which used to be, well, no, it wasn't 1,300 smiles. It was a totally new stadium.
It was a new one, yeah.
Looks impressive.
Yeah, I tell you.
Should be good.
No, I'm just looking at that team going Val Holmes, Urson Masters.
Manly's going to relocate for that stadium.
They're going to relocate the stadium.
They're going to
That's
merge.
awesome.
They're going to merge.
They've already got
Manly
the
with
maroon
Cowboys.
colours, so you know.
There you go.
There you go.
No, they don't.
Maroon colours.
The Cowboys aren't maroon yet.
No, but if you move up to Queensland,
Don't,
you'll just
no,
be completely.
Look, honestly, you're making me angry. Stop.
It's half the plan. It's half the fun, Brian. Come on. You know that.
Yeah,
Mission accomplished.
Cows to win that one.
Cows to win that.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And then they're not going to lose the first game in their new home stadium.
Okay, Knights and Warriors at McDonald Jones Stadium.
Same.
Knights
home game against the struggling Warriors.
You watch how many times you pick the Knights this year, and you tell me they're not going to finish in the top 8.
I actually think, you know what, I've been tossing over this game for a while, and I think the Warriors might get it. But I have already picked the Knights, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the Warriors win this one.
They won't. They won't win it. No way.
Oh, come on.
No.
Okay, let's go to ANZ Stadium where the Rabbitohs are playing the Sharks.
With a hungry Josh Morris.
Come on,
Yeah,
Sharks.
but no
Come
Mullen,
on.
no Dugan.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Sharkies.
Yeah, Rabbitohs will win.
Yeah. Rabbitohs will win.
Thank you.
There's no doubt, really, is there?
No, there's not. There's not. Well, I've said that before and we've lost. So
Yeah.
I
Look,
don't
I
know.
still think your forward pack's a bit on average. Bit average.
But that's been the talk all off season.
We'll see. Panthers and Roosters at Panthers Stadium. Boyd Cordner is out.
Yeah, well, they say they're resting him again because he's got such a huge workload this year.
But
I just wonder whether because I think he's had like 3 months off. I mean, he didn't finish football until very late in the year. He didn't play the World Club Challenge. I hope he's not injured. But look, either way, the Roosters have got depth and they'll fill his position. And,
I just find it
they're
strange. I get they played all the way through the grand final, which was in October.
And then he played he played some tests in the after that, or they just had the nines then.
Tests. They just had the nines.
Oh, okay.
So that's the point. He's 3 months out of playing a game.
Yeah.
Could be a big injury problem.
And he has been injury prone through his career. So.
Or is there some happenings that he might be leaving?
No. His injuries just thrown through.
Maybe he's just going to retire and the NRL will say, here, have $1 million for his contract.
No, they wouldn't do that to us.
I know, they do it for South.
Yeah, that's right.
I think this is a really tough game
Yes.
and could swing either way.
Yeah.
I think Nathan Cleary will step up, particularly at home without Maloney. And I think the Roosters are going to nudge them just.
I think it's going to be an easy win to the Roosters.
It's good because I'm going to that game with a few fans from either side, so that should be good fun.
I'll tell you,
Yeah.
that back line of the Panthers, that 3/4 line at the Panthers is good.
Oh yeah.
Like they're
Aiden
quick
Todd,
and strong and
Mansour.
Yeah. And if they're all on song,
Yep.
they will give the Roosters a run
Sure.
for their money.
Sure.
All right, let's go on to Lotto Land where the Eagles are playing the Storm. Dylan Walker is back to number 6. And I know
But he was number 6 last year, wasn't he?
all
He
year.
was, yes.
All year. He only played number 6 last year. Riveting TV. You missed him 3 times.
I know.
Honey, come to me.
Now, he was aiming for me, that's the problem.
I know, you keep saying
I'm
that.
convinced on him as being a 5'8". I'm just not convinced.
They've run with him, and that's the decision.
Yeah, I know.
they've
We
made,
only finished 6th last year with him playing 5'8" all year.
Why isn't Cade Cuss playing there? Or Lachlan Croker?
I don't think they're up to it.
Well, look,
Well,
Cuss was
Cuss
pretty
is-
good. Cuss was pretty good last year.
Look, Lachlan Croker's coming off the bench. Cade Custer's is back at Blacktown. I don't mind him, but I don't think he's there yet.
Okay.
And and to be perfectly honest, I think they'll persevere with Dylan Walker until we get Ben Schuster ready.
Okay, so we've all agreed on the first 6 games.
Yep.
So, Brian, you're going Storm or Eagles?
No, I'm going the Beast, Adam Fanel-Blake, Manly,
To beat the Storm.
to beat the Storm at
Okay.
Brookvale.
And what was the stat that Storm haven't lost their first game?
Haven't
You
lost
said
the
for
first
17
game.
years. Or
Seven,
something.
Is it
years.
7, 8
But there is
years?
a first time for everything, and I think at Lotto Land, first game of the season, Seagulls will want to say, "Here we are, we've arrived."
Yeah, you got to look back to last year where we lost. Oh, we've lost the last 10 years in a row, so don't look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
So
going-
Seagulls.
Okay, I'm going Storm.
Yeah. No surprise.
No, it is a surprise. It's a big surprise. It's a
Why?
shock, in fact.
Oh, I'd like to go back and look at how many times you didn't pick the Storm last year. I reckon there will be 0.
No, when they played South, I'm sure I didn't pick the Storm.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true. We did
1,
Yeah, okay, but hang on. How many games did they lose last year?
Who?
The Storm.
3, 4. But you didn't know that.
I did because I kept picking them. That's why I kept picking them, because they win. Okay.
Humility.
Okay.
Okay.
Dragons and the Tigers at Wynn Stadium.
I think the Tigers will get this one.
Tigers.
Yeah, I got to go Tigers as well. I'm afraid.
So we've really
I
only
can't-
differed on one game.
Yeah.
I suppose it's round 1.
Adam Dewey and the Sanders. I thought they were buying him to play fullback.
Yeah, but they're trying. I know, and that annoys me a bit because he wasn't going to play fullback at South either. He could have stayed.
But geez, I'll tell you, Corey Thompson doesn't let you down. He's
No,
small,
no, I
he's
agree.
small, but he doesn't
Yep.
let you down.
Yep.
Well, I got a question. So Momorowski is the player that they're trying to swap out.
Yeah.
Now he's a pretty decent player.
Yep.
Why don't they play him in the Sanders and Dewey?
Well, he has
at
played centres.
fullback?
He played centres
Yeah.
at the Roosters.
That's
Well,
right.
because you've got to put Corey Thompson somewhere, and you'd have to move him to wing.
Yeah.
He's actually quite a good fullback.
Put him on the wing ahead of Robert Jennings.
He'd even be
I-
a utility, I reckon, Corey Thompson.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a utility off the bench.
Well, I'd have Adam Dewey come off the bench, but
I think you'll find that Adam Dewey will be fullback after a few games.
Yep. Who's the 9 for the Tigers?
Billy Walters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Yep.
Well, when Moses Mbai comes back, he'll probably slide into centre, and Dewey will move back to fullback.
And they're still trying to get. Apparently, the swap with Melbourne is back on. They're still
Yeah, I
trying to
heard
get
that,
Grant.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know, I mean, if the Roosters can buy Josh Morrison and then offer a forward, then you'd be pretty peeved if you're the Tigers and Melbourne.
Well, no, because the problem is that Momorowski will put the Storm over the salary cap.
Right.
So there's nothing they can do until that money comes down.
But I thought the
The Roosters don't have a salary cap, so therefore they can buy a player and give $40,000 away, and it doesn't matter.
just the best managers in the league. That's all.
So yeah, no, so that's the problem. The swap will put them over the cap.
It's got to be a way around it because I like the idea of the swap. I really do.
Well,
And
I'm not
They
convinced.
haven't in baseball forever, and it seems to have merit. So
Yeah, I don't
I
like
think there'll actually some excitement to the whole thing. Really, I mean, it tests loyalty. It's not good for loyalty, but I think it adds a bit of excitement.
But it'd be a good opportunity for that young kid from Melbourne to come up and probably play some first grade that he
Right.
won't play.
Yep.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
difference.
And you're saying let's make Melbourne better. Great.
No, the difference is that
I'm not saying that.
the difference
Sorry,
is that there's no proper reserve grade and there's no proper lower grades. And so if you were going to football on a Sunday afternoon and seeing these blokes playing reserve grade, ready to take the step up, you would hate it. You'd want them to stay at your club and develop that loyalty and culture. But because we've only got first grade, because Greenberg's been such a success, you want to dole out players to other clubs.
You want to start that one again, do you?
So either the CEO or the commission needs to look at the
Yeah,
way
I
we
agree.
structure
Absolutely.
that too.
There's
Because
nothing wrong years ago when we had reserve grade.
yeah,
nothing
3
wrong
grades,
with threes.
and
Well,
you can
when-
go and watch 3 grades of
Yeah.
football.
See, the thing was, when it was under 23s, you had people playing park football 21, 22, 23 because they were still a shot
Yes.
of the big game on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Now we don't have it.
Yeah.
And so it means people are lost to the game. And that's why I think Billy Walters is exceptional, because he's just hung at it. And that's what, anyway.
All right.
That's
So
Is that it? That's all. That's all the
it.
games.
That's all we got time
If
for.
only we had a 20-team comp.
Yeah. If only we had. So, do you want to end up with it? Do you want to say anything intelligent before we go?
If only we had a 20-team comp. No, I'm right.
Are you
I'm
fine?
Bring on the footy.
You
Bring
ready?
on the
You
footy.
settled down. You calm.
Bring on the
So
footy.
expansion is something we should talk about somewhere in the
Yeah, we'll
season.
talk about that when it comes up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Expansion. Want to talk about it on Facebook? Put it up.
Put up.
Yeah, because we don't actually think of much. So if you've got any ideas and you want to post them and to give us something to talk about,
Honestly.
that would be really good.
I'm offended.
Oh, so am I. I'm a deep thinker.
Yeah, deep.
Don't
Very
laugh.
Deep, very deep.
No, I'm
You
offended.
could even use the word. You could even use the word dense.
See, you had credibility until you said that, and that just killed you.
Deep bordering on dense.
Please.
Tom, have you got anything you want to end with? Anything intelligent you want to say?
No,
before
I'm
we go?
looking forward to the season. Let's go. Let's go Roosters.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. You're watching NRL from the Sidelines with Tom, Brian and Steve. Please have a look and share this show. If you enjoyed it, if you don't enjoy it, can you share it anyway? Because
and then tell
Just
us
don't tell
why
anybody.
you didn't. No, tell us why you didn't enjoy it.
Yes, exactly.
Because all publicity is good publicity, as I say. And don't forget our shirts, which will be
Our shirts.
the hats.
Our shirts are going our heads.
Our hats that we're going to do throughout the year. Thank you for watching. Have a good week. We'll do it all again next week. Bye bye.
See ya.